What's up, tricksters and tricksettas, and welcome to another Tier 3 sub VOD review presented by favorite coach. Presented by favorite rating coach CHARLATAN Papito. Today at our coaching table, we have June again, and he is Jett, Ascendant 2, this time, player playing on Split. You know, he's a Jett main. So, in this VOD, we're gonna mainly focus on how to play Jett, how to play Jett on Split, and how to play Split as well. And you know, we're gonna see what our friend June can do better on this map. Now, not my best game ever, but everyone pretty much gave up arguing in first half, and we managed to come back. Okay, this is a really good statement. I'm not gonna lie. Like, basically, one thing about Valorant is that you should literally never give up. Like, even if you lose 12-0 on one half, there is a chance for you to win a match on the other half. Like, you just don't know how much worse the enemies are gonna play on the opposite side, and how much better your teammates are gonna play once the sides switch, and you as well. Like, basically, even in Radiant, I have lost and I have won so many games from 12-0. Like, it's just, you know, Valorant is a bit of a flip coin. The maps are, you know, like, some maps are pretty much one-sided in ranked solo queue. And essentially, like, surrendering is never an option. Anyways, you never want to have a surrender mentality, because if you get with that mentality in a game, how can you expect from yourself to try hard and actually perform? You know, I get in a game where surrender is an option. Brother, you don't go to war to die. You know? Hopefully you don't go to the war ever, but that's another topic. On attack, I died a lot of stupid deaths early first blood in main. We'll see why that happened, because that should not be happening to you as a Jett player with the dash ability, with 2 smokes, and the jump spot mechanic as well. My biggest problem right now, I think, is my executes. Okay, we'll take a look on that. Into that. I've been trying to avoid dying in main and practicing my executes, but as soon as I'm in the game, it just goes out of the window. Repetition. You know, like good repetition and good practice will make everything perfect. Like some players need like 100 hours, some players need 1,000 hours, some players need 10,000 hours to get better at something. Like, you know, we're all different. Playtime is very important, consistency is very important in everything that you do, as well as, you know, the overall structure and gameplay consistency as well. So if you don't have consistency in everything that you do, and you're not putting enough time to replicate or to practice that shit, I mean, you know, you're probably gonna improve in a few months and years from now. Basically, it's discussing how bad my attack half is in every game. That's what I've been focusing more on. Okay, let's I'm not gonna read this because, you know, he made a comment for his rounds. I don't care about that. Like, you can just compare my commentary to whatever you said right here. Let's see the tracker. So, yeah, our friend June is Ascendant 2. This act, pretty good win rate, pretty good performance once again. Like, I mean, even this act, my friend, like, you're playing really, really well. You know, we already did a VOD review for him in the previous sect, but, like, this is good. You know, all of this shit is good. Like, you just need to play more. I don't know how else to tell you, like, that you need to play 3 games per day, every single day, every single month, if you want to see faster improvements in terms of your rank. Like, there's no other secret pill here. But of course, you know, probably we can do something better as an Ascendant player. That something is, like, your KST is still falling under 75%. Like, basically, we can probably still die less. You know, focus more on better team play, better timings for the executes, and having more impact. Clutch percentage is still, you know, 2.5% is not terrible, but it is not good as well. Like, for an Ascendant player, this number should be minimum 4%. Then, let's see what else we have here. In these 50 games that we played, this is good. Like, the ratio between the first bloods and the first deaths, not bad, not bad. Pretty good. 0, 1, 0, 2, very nice, very nice. That's good, we are having impact there. Righty, this is okay. Okay. Attacker side, absolutely abysmal. Defender side, masterclass. You answered it yourself. Like, basically on attacker side, you're practically losing most of your games. Like, on attacker side, you don't exist, to be honest. Like, you have below 1 KD, 70% KST, like, overall performance is, like, negative, you know? Like, so, if I was you, man, like, still my main focus would just be attack and figuring out what I can do on attack. But, as I already mentioned, like, you know, when you play Valorant like this, you cannot come in my coaching or streams and tell me, hey, man, like, why am I not ranking up faster? Like, there's no way for you to rank up faster if you do this, basically. Like, you need to play minimum 3 games per day, every single day, do a warm-up, do the aim training, do this, do that, like, so, you know, like, June, you will definitely reach Immortal, you know, soon. When I say soon, like, in the next following months, but it's like, it would be great if you can maybe dedicate, you know, 2 months of your life where every single day you play, like, 2 hours of Valorant. Like, that would literally, like, you know, that will maybe make you an Immortal 3 player like this. Especially because of the clip reviews that we're doing, the questions that you're asking me, and these VOD reviews as well. I mean, like, and of course, you know, it would be really good, to be honest, like, in the future, if you just focus on your attacker side, like, your defense seems decent, you know, like, it's pretty good. It's actually really good, to be honest. But attacker side, brother, like, you are just, you're dust in the wind, like, literally. I don't know what's going on here with you. I mean, basically, as a Jett main, it's usually either executes, pathing, and timings to go in. You know, like, basically, those are the 3 main things that we need to pay attention on when we're playing on the attacker side. Of course, countering the enemies is important, where we go, what we do, and stuff like that. But if you have bad timings to move in, if your executes are shit, and your team play is also shit, we can read the enemies as much as we want, you know? If you don't do these things properly. Weapon loadouts, pretty nice. This is how the loadout of every single player in Valorant should look like, except the KST number. Versatility, it's there. You know, Vandal, Operator, Classic, Stinger, Shorty, Judge, Ghost, Outlaw, Sheriff, Spectre, Bucky. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Like, you are becoming more and more versatile when it comes to the weapons that you're using, which is really fucking good for your future and longevity as well as a player. Because only God knows if you'll ever be able to take a 50-50 fight against Radiant players. So yeah, that's very nice. Very good. Tracker, you know, not bad. Good direction, good path. Almost everything is nice. But, you know, there are things that are not nice and that we need to focus on during this review. So we don't need that Discord anymore. By the way, on my Discord server right now, you have a giveaway for coaching. Join Discord, click this big big blue Partecipazione button, and you enter the giveaway for coaching. I'll be making 8 giveaways every single month. Sorry, man, Daltonist charlatan. Okay, let's go on to split, attacker side, and let's start from the beginning. Good morning from America. Guten Morgen, my Americano Freund. Just a second, so we have a Jett. Yo, Muzzle, walks to you, man. Hades, W song. Which song is playing? Sporadic, we'll swim in. Can you check my tracker? Yes, if you win the giveaway. Hey, Papito, I'm back! A Hindra, we'll swim. Oh, 50 cent. Okay. In the beginning. Okay. So, Split is really a map in Valorant on which, in ranked solo queue, Makala Wolfsman. So, just a moment. Split is one of those maps in Valorant, ranked solo queue, where if you don't have 60% win rate across 100 games that you play, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, essentially. Especially if you're playing below Immortal 1. Like, basically, this map is so easy in ranked solo queue, so easy to punish any team composition, so easy to play with any team composition, as long as you're playing Jett and Omen, of course. So basically, like, on this map, you know, it's such a simple map, map where with Jett you can just stomp the games, and no matter in what type of a fucked up scenario you end up, like, there is some kind of a solution. So, first of all, attacker side of Split. Your default bombs are number 1 priority, A site. Number 2 priority, B site. Number 3 priority, everything else, essentially. But, hear me out. Like, how you play this map on attacker side completely early on, you know, in the first 4 to 6 rounds, completely depends, like, on enemy's team composition. So basically, like in the first 4 to 6 rounds, no defaulting, no flanking, lurking, playing slow like we should do, fireman executes together with our team. You know, either executes or some kind of a fake. We should organize our teammates. Hey guys, let's go A, let's go B, let's go mid, let's split A, split B, and the list goes on. Like, don't allow your teammates to do whatever the fuck they wanna do. Now, if enemies have 0 hardcore sentinels. So what are the hardcore sentinels? Everything except Veto and Chamber. So everything else. They have 0. Nada. For the first 3 rounds, you can do a fireman execute on A or fireman executes on B. Now, enemies do have 1 hardcore sentinel. B site doesn't exist for you early on. Enemies have Sage, B doesn't exist. Enemies have Cypher, B doesn't exist. You can do the A execute once again, 3 rounds in a row, together as 5. And then in a 4th round, as per usual, we should do some kind of a fake to change the pattern and to, because we all already applied enormous amount of pressure onto the enemies there. If enemies have 2 hardcore sentinels, like, I don't know, they have a, what do they have here? Nothing, basically, like, you know, it doesn't matter. So let's say they have a Sage and Cypher, for an example. In the first round, you need to do some kind of a split. Like, either, and when I say split, I mean A-side push. That's what I mean, basically. Like, if you already want to split something, you can do a 1-4 split onto the B side, where you go with your teammates on mid and Spike is going mid and that's it. But that's a bit of a suicide if they have a Sage and Cypher or something like that. Generally speaking, if enemies have 2 hardcore sentinels, you do a fireman execute onto the A tower. You take the A tower control, and then from this control, you decide what to do next. You know, whether you wanna drop down on site and take the site, or you can go through the vents and reset the round towards the B site. Everything is explained. You know, the whole split map on both attackers and defender side is fully covered in my ranked playbook long time ago. Nothing has changed. The map is still the same. Like, the concept is the same. Everything is the same. Now, so, in this specific match, we need to first enable the epic pen, so I can turn into a Picasso once again. So, in this game right here, you enter a match of Valorant, and the first thing that you analyze is what? Your team composition and enemies' team composition, and what should we do about it? So, when it comes to your team comp, it's okay. You know, like, this team comp on Split doesn't really lack anything on the attacker side, you should just worry about potential flanks and lurks, because you don't have a Veto, Chamber, Killjoy, or Cypher, so, you know, enemies can backstab us. So we need to pay attention on timings and whether or not enemies can be behind us. But other than that, like, you know, when it comes to fireman executes, we can just send it. When it comes to the enemy's team composition, they don't have a Sentinel at all. You know, Chamber is whatever. So basically, against this team comp, we should really try, in the first 4 to 6 rounds, fireman executes on both A and B. Fuck the mid area of the map. You don't even need it early on if enemies don't have some kind of a hardcore Sentinel. So, going A here, very good. How you're starting, very good. We pick up the Spike, Classic, Light Shield, 2 smokes, and we're telling our teammates, hey guys, let's do a 5-man push onto A site. Clove, can you give me this and this smoke? Basically, 1 smokeroni here, 1 smokeroni here, or she can also use the elbow smoke like this. And your only job is to basically jump spot the enemies from this angle, send it into this corner with a smoke and dash, and then you have 2 options. You can either fight the enemies if you see them here. You can scale into this corner, and then from this corner, engage the enemies together with your teammates. Or with a Classic and Light Shield, you can also get inside of this smoke and clear the site. Vice versa. You know, this is not clockwise, this is actually, you know, actually clockwise. It is clockwise. Okay, so, that is what we should do. Let's see what our friend June is gonna do. What about mid control? Mid control is only important if enemies have a Sage on a defender side, and if like your 5-man executes on A, tower, and B are not working. Otherwise, it's stupid to start the rounds, you know, defaulting in ranked solo queue. Yeah, let's see how this goes. This was pretty dangerous what you did here, like listen, you know, the number 1 rule when it comes to... we didn't even start the VOD, like a mistake. So, the number 1 rule of split is that you always expect the early aggression in A main and B main. Like, you need to expect enemies doing this. A dead zone peak in this area of the map. Not only that, enemies have a chamber in their team composition. We need to expect that that motherfucker is gonna be peeking us. So, as you do this, you move closer towards this wall. Like, you cannot pre-aim there before this flash pops and before you're ready to swing. Now, what we had to do here is literally hold this angle until the flash pops and then swing out to take this fight. Because while you were looking instead of this wall, what if this motherfucker picked you? You know? I'm gonna give you a visual representation of just a moment. Bam. So that's chamber. Then he is holding a baguette like this, and here he has a headhunter, and then he pew 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 pew. You know, like you don't wanna like fuck with that guy, and you need to be ready for these type of peaks on split. Otherwise, like you know, you will meet your maker, even in the first round. Like the main rule when it comes to the A main and B main is that you need to expect this peak in the first 2 seconds or 3 seconds of a round. And you need to hold it. Because only God knows if your teammates will be holding this position. Okay, you know, they're gonna be ready for that. That angle. So this angle here. You need to always jump spot. Like, how can you swing this, bro? No recon abilities. No cipher camera. No flashes. Nothing. How can you swing this? Once, do you know how easy of a target you are here? Like if I'm holding you here, like this, with a chamber headhunter, here, even here, and I place this crosser, with the way that you peek that angle, you're dead 9 out of 10 times. Brother, like, you're going first. Jump spot this angle. Now, someone is staring at me. You know, there is a chamber there with a headhunter. Okay, what do we do? Dash ability, smoke, and this is how we do the execute. And then we decide what to do next. But you jump spot the enemies and you don't see anyone. Okay, then we can just scale out and do the execute only with one smoke. And that's it. What are you doing, bro? Like, what is going on here? Holy shit. Where is he going now? Brother, Brimstone did a really fast smoke here. What if Charlatan? What if Charlatan is playing, I don't know, Reyna right now? That's never gonna happen, but whatever. And I'm playing a classic shorty strategy here. Or a classic shorty here, through this smoke. Then, you have a classic pistol. Do you really want with a classic pistol to take this type of a fight? No, never. Like, your chances of winning this fight, even against the other classic pistol, is way too RNG. Like, a classic pistol above 20 meters, unusable. Okay, it's not unusable, just you should never test your luck that much. Because at this point, it's just luck. You know, like if an enemy is there, bop, 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 bop. Look at this bullet spread. This can be a headshot, it can be the ear shot, it can be the, you know, shoulder shot. You never fucking know. Your job is just, you know, if we're already doing a 4 or 5 man push through main, just do this. Scout for the enemies here. Get in this corner, and from this corner we can re-aggress the enemies. Second smoke we can use here to deny that angle, get in a smoke, clear the elbow, that's it. Or, from this smoke, if you didn't see anyone there, and this is covered, you can go into the elbow immediately, and now engage the enemies on the bomb site. Now, if by any chance you thought that you had a updraft ability here, updrafting and going onto the tower is also a mistake. Majority of your teammates are going A. We have the A smokes. Like, we need the motherfucking side control. Yes, I know that your spike is going ramp, and we're probably gonna lose it, and Club is gonna die. But, anyways, you're tunnel visioning. Yeah, I highly doubt that you were checking the minimap to begin with. So, it's a really bad sign that, you know, what are we doing in this first round? Like, you go onto the tower only if the call in the first round is, hey guys, let's do a 5-man push on tower. But then, you know, yes, you buy a classic with a smoke and updraft and light shield, but then we need to have this type of a smoke instead of the regular one.
One on side.
Okay, so let me illustrate here. Already at this moment of time, so at 1:31, we should be inside of this corner, inside of the smoke, and we should have cleared all of these left angles and right angles with the dash ability. At 1:30, we should already be in this corner, ready to swing the enemies on the bomb site. So, what happens? At 1:30, the enemy Reyna swings. So if you were in that corner when the enemy Reyna swinged your Sage, you can swing the Reyna on timing And with a triple shot and classic pistol, send the Reyna into the grave. Site is open. We have numbers advantage. Thankfully, Clove didn't die. Nobody died yet. And then we can decide what to do next.
One on side.
Then Vele is gonna die, but we are still 4v4 with a wall in CT. And the spike is already going down. Like, your main priority during this execute should have been demolishing that Reyna ASAP before she kills any of your teammates, opening the bomb site, and using the smokes that you've got for the site to get the fuck in. And that's it. Like, yes, your Clove made a micro mistake to use the smokes a bit faster, and also, like, she went ramp with a spike and she could have died. But thankfully, you were a bit that was a bit lucky when it comes to this whole execute and whole push that we did. Like, basically, it was lucky that she didn't die in that ramp with the spike. But, you know, then you completely fucked your luck by whatever the, you know, I don't know, this was just absolute shit, like, of an execute for the first round. Okay, yes, we can do this shit again. And now we are pushing the A site in an eco round. So, against enemies that have, you know, Vandals, Phantoms, Bulldogs, Spectre, Stinger, Judges, and, I don't know, everything. So, with the Jett, what do we buy here? We get a shorty. Shorty and 2 smokes. In this round, we tell our Clove, hey Clove brother, can you use 1 smoke here and 1 smoke here like this? And especially in this round, your job is to instantly jump spot the enemies on this corner, use this smoke in combination with this smoke, and just send it instead of the elbow. Try to kill enemy Reyna that is definitely gonna play somewhere here. Kill the Reyna, take the gun, open the site, lead your teammates in. Full on kamikaze mode.
Let's play slow.
Listen, I respect the confidence. Like, if I had this level of confidence, I would be rank 1, to be honest. I respect that you have no fear to pick these angles to, like, with a classic pistol, when the enemies have the outlaw, marshal, and God knows what. But also, you know, like, you know those people that don't have the feeling for pain and feeling for danger, they kind of die faster than normal people because of that. So that's why fear is good, and that's why pain is good. Like, I don't know. First of all, you're lucky that you're not getting punished here, but you don't want to play Valorant based on luck and feelings. You want to play it based on strategies, tactics, tips, rules, and that's it. Essentially, knowledge. Here, jumps for this angle, and that's it. Let me just hear what is the strategy.
Alright, we do it this time. Action.
Show up now.
Alright, we do it this time. Action. Action.
June, brother, you need to start speaking like a bit more loud. A bit more loud. A bit more like, you know, passion. Like, hey guys, let's do it fucking again! Now we fucked them up. I don't know, like, just yell. Upgrade the volume of your microphone. I don't know, bro, like. I don't hear you. At all. Like, I don't... How do you expect your teammates to listen to you if you speak like this? I don't know what he said, even. Wait, this is muted, but still.
Alright, we do it this time. Action.
We do it this time, action. Is that what he said? Brother, you sound so depressed, man. go to the gym a bit, take some sunlight, like reset yourself. If Valorant is making you depressed, like when you give me a call out, I need to believe it, bro. You know, you should be giving the confidence to your teammates, not a depression.
Bruh, I was up there.
Meow.
Is Nvidia better for Valorant than AMD? Depends which one.
Show me what you got.
Depends which one.
Let's play slow.
I don't know what is the plan in this round. I really don't know what is the plan in this round. I guess he's just said let's do it again. Also, you know what would be a good plan in this round? Dashing onto this enemy Sage on ramp with a short T. Why not? Enemy Jett, sorry. I mean, we saw in the first round that enemy Jett likes to play there. Like, that's the only information. So the only info that we have from the previous round is that enemy Jett is playing ramp, enemy Reyna is playing on the A site. And that's it. And that's the only information that we have. Which makes us pre-assume that enemy Chamber is probably the B player, Brimstone is the mid player, and Sova is the mid player as well. So, just based on the first round, you already know what to do for the rest of this game. Okay, after this type of a kill, you can feel free to reset a bit. Breathe a bit. Especially if you have one or more teammates on a... I wanna sneeze! One or more teammates on a flank and lurk. You know, Clove right now is on mid. Brimstone wasted 2 of his smokes. Relax. Reset around. You know, maybe we can slowly rotate towards the B main. We got a kill, we got a gun. Now we are in control of this motherfucker round. The worst thing that we can do right now is just run it down through the tower and through this smoke into the enemies that potentially have the Judge, Bucky, Stinger, and whatever else they have. Like, this was so dangerous. I just cannot explain to you, like, you know, on which levels this was dangerous. And also, I don't know what you're doing here. You know, you, like, when we take the tower control, and you're on the rafters, like, you cannot drop on the bomb set alone, unless you have one teammate going through the main, helping you out, or you have at least 1 or 2 teammates going with you. Right now, we just tuck in the tower, we can maybe clear the vents and kill the Reyna, and then decide what to do next. Or just wait for the enemies to peek us. I mean, like, we have numbers advantage. They're probably gonna make some kind of a mistake. Focus on good angle holding, crosshair placement, and you have a bulldog.
Behind me.
Everything is good. But this brings us back to my original statement. When you make a kill like this, you know, in an eco round, and enemies do the smokes, you have no fucking idea what you're fighting against on the tower and in the ramp. And in the main, reset around. Wait a bit. You know, like, you need to understand that when you kill an enemy here, in an eco round, you take his gun. Most of the times, if you just wait a bit, enemies are gonna be the ones that are gonna make some kind of a mistake. Like, they are gonna be the ones that are undisciplined. They will push you. They will make some kind of a fuck up. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to take a site and plant the spike. You know? Your Clove is lurking through mid. Wait, maybe Clove is gonna take a pick. Maybe someone is gonna push through this smoke. Through this smoke. Wait for 2 smokes to fall down. Anyways, it's a Brimstone. He doesn't have unlimited smokes. Only 3 smokes. During a round. So, relax. You know, in these type of situations, you need to learn to slow down a bit and to not rush it out. And anyways, as already mentioned, if you already wanted to do something here, after you clear the smoke, you should have focused yourself on this from this position onto the CT and be ready to fight with your teammates in the vents, because on the minimap we saw the Reyna going through the vents. Instead of that, you opted in for a pure chaos, you trusted your allies way too much, and you got what you deserved. Hey, camera up! Don't expose my room like that, bro. My bed is made there, like. What the fuck is going on? A second. Is this face frozen on my screen? Not anymore. Not anymore. It's a phase black. Phase blackness. Listen, Raf, I would always prefer Nvidia over the AMD. I don't know. Like, I just don't trust AMD. Let's go. Let's see this third round. So once again, you know, we know how enemies like to play. Like, basically, they have two people on A site, they have two people on mid and one teammate in B, and I'm 1,000,000% certain that the B player is the Chamber, the mid player is the Brimstone, and the A player is gonna be the Jett. And Reyna and Sova are apparently gonna be switching the positions. So, right now, just send it A through the choke point. And that's it. First round, execute. Just, you know, this time, what type of a smoke setup we need. Clove, can you use smoke here and here? And you just smoke dash here. Once again, get into this corner. And from this position, you're scaling up together with your teammates. But what if this Jett was more precise? What if this Jett was playing here? What if this Jett was playing here? What if the Jett was going for a peek? What then? Just jump for this angle, like, you know? Now, why would why would I avoid the, like, first of all, this execute doesn't exist. Like, this execute that you did, it's just no execute. Like, on a set of this map, you only have one execute as a Jett player. 3, essentially. You're going here, you're going on tower, you're going on rafters, and that's it. And in some eco halberd rounds, you can just send it towards the spike, towards the site, with this and with this smoke. What you did here just doesn't exist. Now, listen. The site is cleared. We are planting the spike. Elbow is cleared. What should be your main priority right now? Following up the melee. Like, when you take a site, clear the site, and the spike is being planted. Essentially, your next priority is just looking at the minimap and deciding who to play with at that moment of time. Who in my godforsaken team has the highest chances of dying and making some kind of a mistake that I need to compensate? So, we should have... So what you should have done here is basically go through this smoke with a shoulder, clear this part of the smoke, and be ready to refrag the mother effing Whaley. After a refrag, we can play a bit safer and just play, you know, maybe a tight angle here and just hold the enemies. Now we are fucked. I'm not gonna lie. We have no screens control. Two of our teammates are in the main. Spike is not planted for anything, basically. And good luck. But you made your own bed by making a decision to not play with the Valet. Oh, but Valet made a mistake. I don't care. Like, you play in Valorant ranked solo queue a game with 4 mentally disabled people against 5 mentally disabled people. And you are also on a verge of being there. So you need to compensate every single mother effing mistake that your mental disabilities are gonna do in your team. And you should expect these type of over-aggressions and undisciplined plays from your teammates, especially from your duelist.
Screen.
Listen, this angle here is way too much of a common angle. Like, common angles, you just can't hold.
Screen.
Hold like this. You're way too overexposed. You are a crab, essentially. Like, your only job in this, you know, double setup was to bait for your Sky and be ready to fight together with her. So, essentially, okay, I want to play with my Sky, kill the Reyna. I'm gonna do this. Now Sky takes a fight, I swing out, I take that fight. Now I focus on left, while the Sky is focusing on the right. Okay, okay. Now, obviously, the main reason why did we push the A site 3 rounds in a row is to fake in the round number 4. Don't give up mentally, physically. Like, what? You lost 3 rounds in a row and a half. Who the fuck cares, bro? We still have to play, like, potentially the next 21 rounds of this match. The main reason why we use this pattern of pushing is now this 4th round is gonna be mega easy. Free, essentially. Enemies are rotating super fast. We know how the enemies are rotating. Like, they have 2 players rotating through mid and 1 through the CT. We know that Chamber is the B player. We applied an enormous amount of pressure onto the A site. Fake. What we can do right now is let's fake B, go A. Fake A, go B. It doesn't really matter at all. So, essentially what we can do, like, is Sky, Valet, go A, and fake the push. So your Sky and Valet just have to send it. You know? She can use the flash again, and they just go out. The Clove should give them 1 smoke. You know, a smoke for rafters, for an example. While 3 of you guys should slowly take the B main area of the map based on the contact of these 2 allies on the A site. And based on what you hear in the B main, because probably right now in the B main there is a Chamber, and once he sees that you're pushing B set again, you know, he's probably gonna be going for an aggressive peek here. And as soon as he teleports away and resets himself, you can just go. Or you hear the footsteps, you can do this. And start walking in. So that's what we should do right now.
Smoke this early. Like dash in.
Jump spot! How does the jump spot mechanic doesn't exist for you anymore? Like, what's going on? Enemies have a Reyna, Chamber, and Jett. Like, all 3 of these agents can play however the fuck they want in this area. You know? Like, essentially, you need to be ready for this type of plays. when you dash into this smoke. So this play was okay. You know, they always had somebody playing in the vents, and it was okay to do this. Like, good try. But when you're clearing this smoke here, you always clear the left side first, like this position, and then you focus on the right side. Because no matter how you place this smoke, Omen, Astra, Clove, every agent is gonna leave a big gap right here. You don't want to get fucked by that guy. Scary, bro, scary. Now, you know, considering that your Clove got a kill on the Reyna, and we know that minimum 1 or 2 more enemies are on the tower, we need to play with our teammates. Like right now, we're going onto the tower. Your job is done. You clear the vents. Your teammates killed a guy in the B main. Let's go. And also, the spike should go with you. You know, if you're already doing a 1-4 split onto the B site, spike should always go with the players in mid. With 4 players. So right now, okay, I cleared the vents. Good job, June. You know, nobody's here. Fuck their shit. Knife out. Let's go. Jump spot the enemies here. One enemy is holding me from that angle. One smoke. Second smoke. You're probably gonna kill somebody in this area of the map with a bucky. And even if you don't do, you will clear this area of the map completely, and then you can fall back and we can pinch these motherfuckers on the B set. Of course, with a classic and bucky, we're not gonna go from the rafters. We're gonna drop down, and then from this position, scale out together with our teammates. What are we waiting for? Your teammates are gonna die. It's an eco round, hull by round, bonus round, force by round. Like this, like taking this kill onto this enemy Jett is not worth it compared to what type of shit your teammates could have done in this B tower area of the map. Like, how can you trust the guys? Like, in the first 3 rounds, what did you also learn? Your teammates are utterly dog shit. Like, how they were dying in the first 3 rounds is just, bro, I'm not gonna trust these guys, like, with a penny. How can you trust these 2 motherfuckers taking a fight against this Brimstone on tower? You just can't. You just literally can't. And if Vele already want to play vents, let the Vele play vents. You know? Like, basically, killing this Jett in the vents is not worth it compared to what type of shit your Sky, Clove, and Sage can do right now on the B side. Now, it doesn't matter, literally, like, you know, your teammates already won a round for you, essentially. Just play together, fight together, win together, that's it. By the way, it's very good that you didn't greed for that gun in the vents. That's a good shit. Because you don't know where is the enemy Sova. There is a chamber on the B set as well. We need to deal with that chamber. And now, it should be pretty easy for you to kill both like chamber and Sova. Because you know exactly where is the chamber, you know exactly where is the Sova, you have 2 smokes. We can just demolish them. And plus, they don't know that you have a bucky. Even if the Sova right now uses the arrow or a drone, you have 2 smokes, run down the Sova and kill him.
Going stairs.
Both mid.
He's going heaven, behind you, Jett.
Ah!
He's going heaven, behind you, Jett.
Just a second. I need to see that in slow motion. Okay, it's your fault. It's your fault. Good kill. Okay, the ending was fine. The ending was fine. And also a really good discipline, to not over-greed for that gun. Like, most of the players would greed for that shit. If you don't know if that gun is safe, and you're 4v2, relax. We can win the round without that gun as well. Very good discipline, plus points for you there. What is this VOD rank? I need to make something for... I need to make some new overlay, huh? For that shit. Like, it's not obvious that it is, like, Ascendant 2. Maybe I should put, like, all the way up there, like, a tracker of students and then something like... Replace footage with a box of ranks. What do I mean, box of ranks? Yeah. What I can do... You mean these 7s that are rotating? I replace them with, like, green shits, purple shits if it is diamond and stuff like that, huh? No, I think that would be better. That would be enough. If I replace the... If I replace the rotating 7s with the animation of ranks. Like, basically, you know, instead of these 7s that are rotating right here, like, I put, you know, some animation of diamond ranks, I don't know, like, something. Radiant ranks and... Actually, I think that is much better, in general. And then I can put up there, all the way up, above the chat, like his tracker and rank. You could also change outlines colors to that rank. Yeah, that's what I meant. Best agent right now, Jett, Omen, and Race. Saw your YouTube video and came here. What's your best advice for someone that was diamond 6 acts ago, but now confused in platinum? Should I play normal or would you play differently, compensate for skill difference? I really don't know, man. Like basically, what I would recommend to you is that you just, like, this is what I would recommend to anyone that is below Ascendant 1. Like, just go to my Discord server, try to apply all of the shits from the important guides right here, apply all of the shits from the rank playbook right here for exactly 3 months in a row, and then come back into my chat to ask me for the advice. And play minimum 3 games per day every day. That's what I would recommend to you. Recommend you to do, basically. Since I don't know you and I don't know, like, what are actually your problems. Your thoughts on Vele? Isn't this shit agent broken? Depends who plays her and in which rank. Rendo, I'm sorry, man, like, it's just, you know, you wouldn't believe how different some diamond players can play. And how many different problems you can have. Like, some diamond players, like, literally have a knowledge of an iron player, but mechanical skill of Ascendant or Immortal. While some diamond players, like, have a, you know, like, problems with awareness, map awareness, like, team play, decision, like, it's just, you know, everyone is different. Okay, now we wanna go B. What is the main rule that we follow on split? That we already covered, like, first few rounds ago. So, you wanna go B with your teammates. You're holding this angle, or this angle, exactly for 3 seconds. Anticipating the enemy's dead zone peak in this area of the map. So that we save our teammates. After 3 seconds, we move with our allies and we scale up. If you don't have a stun, flash, or hindering ability for that position. I mean, it would be really good if maybe your Sky does a fast flash there and then we move in.
Yep.
We didn't die. Whew! Haha! Pre-edge worked.
Yep.
Holy shit, man. Like, this skin is so annoying, man. If I ever pick this from the ground, I'm gonna play a classic pistol. Execute was terrible, I must admit. Like, basically, with a Jett, you know, like, if you're doing a default execute, you always want to put your smoke here in the middle, and then dash towards this position. Then use a second smoke to fight enemies here, and then scale out into the bomb site. Also, use your smoke anyways. You know, even if you want to go there, do this, check this, and then use a second smoke to cover yourself here and clear the backside. The problem of this, you know, is like your teammates are still fully exposed from the backside. They can die. You don't see shit. And yeah, I mean, like, you cannot peek fast enough. Second problem is, like, I mean, if you already want to go there, you can literally go there, like, by jumping at that point. We don't need a dash ability for that. Okay, you don't want to do that, but, you know, you can literally do 2 smokes and move into the site without a dash. And use a dash ability to take a fight with the enemies. That is the problem that we want to avoid. You know, this is the problem that we want to avoid. This motherfucker here. So, if you want to dash in this corner or here, always use a smoke that is covering this angle. Because anyways, the only enemy that can kill you in this position and this position is a mother cooker there. But you already have a Sky ultimate that is telling you that 2 enemies are right side. Let me illustrate. 2 enemies are right side. And 1 enemy is here. So all you need to do is just clear this area of the map. And once again, we are playing with our teammates, covering them with proper smoke. And then we can use a second smoke right here to take this fight with the chamber. You know, a 1v1, or, you know, just fight with our teammates. And then focus onto the bomb site from this position. Another execute that is absolutely dog shit, as well as, you know, your teammates. Brother, I think I would lose my mind if I was using this Vandal like every round. At some point I would just end it. I would just like end it. Listen, this is still not a moment of time to lose the hope for the team play. It is still not the moment of time to like abandon the team play and 5-man executes. Like literally the only reason why we lost the first round is kind of because of you. Like, you didn't go in and you didn't take that fight with Arena in time. Second round, eco round, fuck it. Like, what happens in a second round stays in a second round. Same as in Las Vegas. Round number 3. What was the problem is the post plant. You didn't follow up your most aggressive teammate again. So the execute was not a problem, it was the post plant. Round number 4. 1-4 split on B. It worked. We took a mid for free. Pretty okay round, overall. Round number 5. Absolutely dogshit execute once again. And nothing else. Like, if you... But to be honest, like, you know, it's easy to talk about this when you know what is a good, bad, and optimal execute and play. Now you know. And basically, like, if you were just doing normal executes with Jett, like, you with good utility usage, and you were paying attention on the proper angles at the right moment of time, all five of these rounds you could have won. Also, okay, we want a default here. So what should we do during this default? If our teammates already don't want to play together. Let's try to fuck up one enemy. enemies are always peeking. Always peeking the B main area of the map. Let's get that guy out of the server. You know, here, what did our friend buy? So our friend bought, let me just see. Bundle with light shield. Very good. So, now, let's hold this motherfucker with a sky in a double tower setup. Hey, no, it's not sky. It's Clove. Hey, Clove, someone is gonna peek the B main. You know, they always do that every round. Play above me. I'm gonna play like this. Chamber goes for a peek. Reyna goes for a peek. 1 kill. Now we can reset the round towards our mentally disabled teammates in mid and A, and we can do something with that advantage and with the pressure that we made in a B main.
Just default. Ironic.
God help this way. Anyways, in this round, I would have played with a Clove. Regardless. Because God help this motherfucker in B main.
Wait, steps on B.
Okay, God help your teammates on A as well. Especially in games where your teammates are an absolute utter dog shit on the attacker's side. Like, you notice they cannot take 50, fights against the enemies. Like, you notice they're a bit lost. I mean, you're losing 1-4. The defaulting is not an option. Like, we need to organize our teammates to play together with them. Otherwise, on a map such as Split, this right here is going to be a very common occurrence for you on the attacker's side.
Just go B main.
Like, you default on Split only when you want to take mid control and then do something with that mid control, or if you see an opportunity to fuck up the enemies somehow. Like, they are over-aggressing angles, and you want to, kill one enemy and then reset the round.
Come with us, Sage.
Ooh. I love that, enemy Sova did the arrow here, and nobody cleared this angle. And we lost the information on this angle for the last 20 seconds. Dash ability. You should have used the dash ability a long time ago. Like, basically, already, when you were in this choke point, you had to use your dash ability. I mean, why would the enemies rotate? They just kill 2 of your teammates. Why would I, the B player, rotate onto A right now? If my Reyna is a dominatrix on A side, and she's just mowing down everyone. Here, you're just going for a default execute. Like, you're behaving like there's somebody on the site. You heard 0 footsteps. You have no idea where are the enemies. And we also need a default smoke. I don't know what the fuck is that smoke by the Clove, like. Literally. That was so dangerous. But whatever, like, anyways, you should not be here. You should be going out with the dash ability, clearing the left and right angle with your dash, and then focusing on the bomb site. Like, the guy can literally be behind them on the boxes. Angle clearing, 0 points. That smoke... minus 10 points for that. I don't know what is that Clove smoke. Because, listen, in the worst case scenario, but absolutely worst case scenario, right now you're pushing the B set against 2 enemies. Why? We applied some pressure on A, Like, enemies did see 2 players there. We saw the Reyna there. Usually enemies played 2 players on A anyways. So this guy in mid probably went to A. So in the worst case scenario, you kinda understand that at this moment of time, you're fighting like 2 players. Just default, smoke tower, smoke city, do this. Actually, you need to flick first right and then left to check the right side and left side. And then, you know, we can kill this motherfucker, this motherfucker. We can use a second smoke to clear the backside. And that's it. This smoke that your clove did.
Oh, one right, one dropped
Jesus Christ.
already.
Was close.
Like, as I always mention, the only teammate that you need to micro-correct when it comes to utility usage is the controller. Like, if you have bad smokes and shit smokes as a duelist player, you're always gonna have a bad time. You need to tell that mother effer where to put the smokes for you and for your team as well.
Nice.
What your initiators do doesn't matter. Sentinels doesn't matter. Second duelist doesn't matter. We can follow up that motherfucker. But if you plan to go in first somewhere and you have a smoke like this,
Snap.
Oh, one right, one dropped already.
Was close.
Nice.
good kill on the Sova. Now listen, you know, like you play the post plans based on where the spike is planted, what your teammates want to do, and what type of utility you have. Spike is not planted for B-main. Spike is planted for site. So after we killed the enemy Sova, there is only one logical option at this moment of time. To take the CT control and to fight enemies aggressively in the CT. We cannot stay on site because we're going to be overexposed to this fight, these fights, and from a potential, you know, flank and lurk from the enemies here. We cannot go in a B-main because Spike is literally not planted for you, and the chamber has the ultimate ability as well, and he can just get you out of the server. We cannot play any closer to the rafters and mid because it would be too dangerous, you know, like that. We cannot walk up all the way up there. Enemies are already on a rotation, you know, God knows where's the chamber and Reyna. But in the worst case scenario, if we do this type of a push into CT, we're gonna fight 2 versus 2, and we're gonna test our strength immediately against the enemies. And in the best case scenario, we're not gonna fight anyone, and we're just gonna take this control, then maybe Clove can stay there, you can try to outmaneuver enemies on tower, and the round is practically over. Now,
Snap.
there is no way winning this. Like I don't know what type of bullshit you need to pull out of your ass to win this 2v2 now. Like Clove needs to win this duel. That's the bullshit. Like that's the bullshit that had to happen.
She's gonna run away.
All you need to do right now is stay alive. Let the Clove fight alone. That is 10 extra seconds for you to win this fight against the chamber. Let the Clove die. It's only the ultimate anyway. She's dead anyways, you know? Like, all you need to do right now in this 2v1, hide here, wait for the Clove to die, and chamber is only gonna have around 20 seconds to defuse a spike. Chamber drops down, we can play cat and mouse game. You know, like essentially we can apply the pressure, then go from the right side, apply another pressure, like we can wrap him around as well, you know? With a shorty we can just pump him up. That's it. Like what you need to understand a bit better, like, I mean, this comes with experience, with time, with knowledge, and with a playtime as well. And by watching, you know, an endless amount of guides, videos, playbooks, and stuff like that. Power levels and your win conditions are very important in Valorant. Like, your win condition in every single round cannot be just to take the kills. Like, there is no way that for you to win the rounds in Valorant, you need to take a fight against the enemies consistently. Like, you can win so many rounds by simply wasting the time from the enemies, by sometimes even not doing anything, just providing a basic level of support. Very good that you didn't take that fight with a Clove. But once again, positioning in this post plant was Criminalius Rex. Subsol, well, man. Yeah, the Sennheiser 569. I never heard about the Sennheiser 569, bro. I don't know about... What are those headsets? Jett has the ultimate. Sova has the ultimate. Chamber has the ultimate. Can we please hold this angle for the first 3 seconds? Like, or tell the Sky to use a dog. I don't care. Like, literally, right now, whatever we do is gonna be bad. Unless, once again, magically, you know, some random bullshit happens. Like, phase bullshit 24/7.
Let's play.
He's adapting. He is learning. Brother, if he swung this angle again, I would have... These last bits of my hair would just fall off immediately. Like, full on bald. Like, in real time. Very good. Finally some smoke, something like... It was not a jump spot, but it was a smoke. I'm good with that. But what is this second smoke, man? You need one smoke to go out. How are we gonna go out right now? I mean, we can still updraft dash there, but... That's mega dangerous. Considering that the enemy Jett is there. Also, whenever you hear the Chambers teleport, always take a sneak peek at the minimap to see where he teleported to. Because when the Chamber teleports, you reveal him on the minimap where he teleported to. So right now he is in the vents. So if you want to deal with this Jett on the rafters, we need to be really fast. And you cannot peek outside of this smoke because there's both Chamber and Jett waiting for you. Oh no, he's just gonna... he's just gonna... Sorry. Like, I'm just too dumb. Too dumb. Like, I thought that we're gonna do something else. Never mind. Bro, like... I mean, I know, like... You just can't do this. Without 100% confirmation how many enemies are playing on the A set right now. Like there's just absolutely no way that you can just swing through this smoke without any utility. And yeah, like, I don't know what we expect here. I mean, in this instance, in this example, it would have been okay if you just sent it. You know, leading your teammates in and you know, basically we use a smoke here, then we use a brimstone smoke as a cover, and then we do this. Jett is up there, take a fight, take the elbow, clear the site, take the fight against Reyna, and that's it. And of course, like in the middle of this execute, always flick, both left and right. That would be fine. Or even going into this corner and then taking the fight with the Jett. But why are you playing Jett like a... I mean, on Split you cannot play like this. On some other maps you can. Like for example on Corrode. Like on Corrode, when you're executing both B set and A site, a lot of the times you don't have to use your smoke and dash to take the space. You can use your dash to fight the enemies. But on a split, that is almost never an option. They won this round. No, they lost, sorry. I still firmly believe that the easiest kill that we can get in this match is in the B main. Like, they're always doing something in the B main, like, basically, in around 4 out of the 5 out of 7 rounds, someone was peeking and aggressing us in the B main, like. But okay. Let's keep on fighting.
What's this?
Very good that you didn't surrender. Like, by the way, listen here. And listen closely. like on split on the attacker side, even if you just win 4 rounds, you should be happy. It's a heavily defender-sided map. It's so easy to play defense on this map that you finish a half on a defender's side with less than 8 rounds. You should feel under pressure. Now, I don't know why you didn't pick this fight with the Vele. Like, I mean, the motherfucker was swinging. Like, if the motherfucker is swinging, you swing with the motherfucker. You know, so that your motherfucker is not fucked. You know? Anyways, that Sky Flash should curve around the corner if she's a normal Sky player.
Yo, come on, bro.
XQC mode activated. So, if an enemy is already stuck in that corner, try to run him down before he gets a help from his teammates. You know, ask a Sky for the second flash, activate a dash ability, dash onto the Reyna, and try to get the Reyna out of the server before the rest of the enemy team rotates. Or before the Reyna gets a second kill and escapes. In this fight right here is a very disadvantageous fight for players that are, you know, in the ramp. This is just a, you know, a fight where you need to be confident in your skill, reaction time, micro corrections, and once again, you know, especially in these close range fights, you cannot just hold the angles like you need to. Jiggle in, jiggle out, like move a bit, you know. Because if you just hold an angle here, if enemy does a perfect, you know, jiggle peek, dead zone peek, short peek, he can just delete you down there. Like, we need to counter his peeker's advantage a bit. And we still have like a dash ability to reset ourselves. Also, another reason why you need to do this is because if, you know, while you're moving your body and head, it's harder for this Reyna to fully... it's harder for Reyna to have the, you know, precise target acquisition while she's under the pressure. Like, you know, you're moving, she needs to lock onto your head, like, with her crosshair. There's a higher chance that maybe she's gonna spam some blank shots behind you while you're moving out. And then, when the Reyna is there, and you do this, you can go for a wider swing and get her out of the server with a proper crosshair placement. Main mistake in this round was like not fighting with a motherfucker that died. Oh, Papito, the anal cavity destroyer. No, not gay yet. Listen. Also, you know, what other information do we have in this match? Like, basically, you know, when the match is going to shit, you can just hyper focus on just punishing the enemies at that point. Like, they always have an enemy that is peeking the ramp. Always! In 8 rounds, they're peeking Beeman and ramp. Okay, if that is already the case, pick up the Judge, pick up the Bucky, Sky, can you flash the ramp, and just, you know, try to kill that guy. Risk it. Especially in an eco halberd round like this. Jump spot. I don't know how you have confidence to do this. Like, this is mega dangerous, bro. Mega dangerous. This, we already talked about this sequence. And the same shit as before. But this time, your teammates didn't pull out the bullshit magic that they did in the previous round. So you took the vents, you cleared the vents. Instant focus on the tower. You can't. You can't avoid it. You cannot just stay here and hold this position while your teammates are dying on mid and B main. Now you can, but the problem is, like, you know, you're fully exposed from the tower, so we cannot stay here anymore. So listen, do you feel something? You know, do you feel something in his gameplay? Look at this. So my friend is under a lot of pressure because he knows that the position that he's playing is a bad position. But he is scared to move because he might die because of bad timing. It is 10 times worse if he dies on this position. And it is 10 times better if you die in the process of repositioning while trying to get on a better angle, trying to take more space, or trying to reset yourself, instead of dying on a spot like this. You die in a position like this, you learn nothing. You just learn that you have zero luck in life. And you should not play roulette. And that's it. But anyways, in a game of Valorant, you should not play roulette, you know, ever.
There's still one on A.
Now it's okay to stay here because Clove cleared the angles for us. But even now, you know, we should be moving with that Clove onto the tower and fighting with her. You cannot waste so much time in one position. Like, how do you know that one enemy is gonna come here anyways? I know that one enemy is B main. I know that one enemy is tower. That's all of the info that we have. Play on the information that you have. Look at the minimap. Wait, I need to fix something. Just a second. Look at this checked. Checked. Look at this now. Look at this now. Look at this now. Look at this now. I was thinking about doing this for a long time, but I don't know if this is gonna work. Main display. Is it? That's it. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Give me that minimap, huh? Just a second. Look at this. This is gonna be good. So, like that. Then you lock in that shit. I don't know if it is good enough. I think it's good. Yeah, it's good if I put 1 pixel up. Sorry, TikTok, I'm doing something on Twitch. But look at this now. So we go to transition table. We go to zoom. We go to for coaching and reactions. We put... Fuck, I don't know. How much is the move? With map? 1000 seconds, okay. 1000 seconds. Zoom for coaching. Set. And then coaching and zoom. Set. Sorry, June, that you have to look at this, but I had this idea for a long time. And I have to execute it now. Is the minimap good? I mean, you see what's happening. And maybe I can scale filtering Lankos, or what is better? Area, maybe? Or Lankos? I think Lankos is nice. Lankos. Okay, and now, bam. Yes, sir. It has a bit of a flicker, but I'm gonna fix that later. I'll see what is the problem. Yes, sir, skip. And now I just need a button for that. Remind me later. Zoom. Here. Let's duplicate this one. Let's put it there. And let's put the scene this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Ah. Now we got it. Yeah. That's good. Sorry. Now we can move.
Like I never left.
Okay. You know what to do in this round. And that's it. As I already mentioned, like, if like you know that one guy's playing there, get a judge, get a heavy shield with a sheriff. I mean, judge with a sheriff and heavy shield is a pretty good full buy option for a map such as Split. I knew that this is gonna bite you in at least one of the rounds. Very nice. The problem is you're not getting punished enough. You know, you're not getting punished as much as you should be punished. I don't know what are we waiting for here. Like we used an instant sky ultimate, instant smokes for the A site. We know that one enemy is tower, and one enemy is on A site. What are you waiting for exactly? For this cabbage to hit an enemy up there? Just activate the dash ability and be ready to fight that motherfucker. While you're already here, ready to go out. Like, so how do we play this round? Okay, Sky wanna use a cabbage just immediately. Dash ability, you know, swing these angles. Cabbage is flying there. Jump spot. Send it. That's it. I don't know why you like wasting your smoke so much. Like there is literally a brimstone smoke where you placed your smoke right now. Use the brimstone smoke to go out. What's the problem? I saw nothing. I saw absolutely nothing.
Come on. I'm gonna outside.
Okay. As a Jett player, you cannot be afraid, no matter what, to take this type of a duel. So, you jump spot an enemy. The enemy is wide open. You have a dash ability. You activate the dash ability and you go for a fast, dead zone peek with the dash ability. You stay only for one bullet or one burst fire and reset yourself. That's why you have a dash ability. If you already don't want to play with your teammates and you don't want to execute the B site together with them. So, Reyna is there. You can go for a wider peek, shorter peek, like it's really up to you. If you have a dash ability, maybe you can do it a bit wider and get the fuck out.
I'm gonna outside.
You have information for your crosshair placement. You know, that enemy is absolutely cooked, alone. You should take this fight.
Hold on. One more.
But not like this. You know, like what you're doing right now, you're just clearing these angles one at a time. You should have had full confidence to just go for a fast Ferrari double step peek with a proper crosshair placement and take that fight. There's no reason to reset so much, you know? You just stay here, one footstep, two footsteps, take a fight. I mean, what you're doing right now, like, is meaningless.
2 oven.
We just wasted our dash ability.
I think we leave.
Yeah.
I don't think we go.
Yes, please.
Yo,
Yes.
yo, yo.
Headshot.
I'm leaving.
There's one more.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Okay. I think that would be enough when it comes to the attacker side, definitely. Let me open up the notepad for attack. So, just a moment. Okay, generally, like, you need to play at least 3 ranked games per day, every single day. Every day, you need to do at least 10 to 20 minutes of a custom server practice working on your pathing and executes. For the aim training, you can simply just do the original warm-up routine that I've made for you. Okay. Now attack. Remember to use more. Remember to use the jump spot mechanic whenever you are pathing first, and you need to reveal enemies on multiple angles before your executes. Watch the ranked playbook for split and try to replicate all of the executes mentioned in that video, because those are literally the... You're in NA? Me? No. Oh, Ram, you're alive, bro. You still doing Valorant content? Watch the rank playbooks. Sorry, I'm just writing some notes. And try to replicate all of the executes mentioned in that video, because those are literally the only ones that you should be using for... I plan to move to North America like for 2 months in around 6 months from now. And I need to make some content there because Europe is just, especially the ranked solo queue is so dead. I know that North America is no better, but you know, I'm in good relationships with a lot of content creators there, so it's gonna be easier, I guess, like to make something. And not only coach people, I guess. And try to replicate all the executes, because those are literally the only ones that you should be using for attacker's side of split as your default executes. Then on the attack, micromanage your controllers a bit more. You need to tell them where to place their smokes, because it's very important for you as a, you know, as a duelist player to have a good smoke setups. Focus on better timings to move in, and please don't take space only with your feet. You know what I mean by this. Like basically, like you're playing Jett, when you're going through the choke points, like you would play, I don't know, Sage or Killjoy. You have a dash ability. You know, on A side, I think I didn't see you a single time using a smoke and dash to move into the site. When team play is not working, focus more on punishing at least one enemy that is either repetitive or that is doing something bad. Like basically, like you know, in this match, as already mentioned, enemies always had somebody peeking the ramp, peeking the B main. Sky, flash the ramp guy, get a judge, kill that mother effer, and just, you know, we are 5v4. We can do something with that space created and with that pressure that you have created. Reset the rounds when your teammates are on the flank, or when you already have some huge advantage instead of just sending it. This is the reference to that one, to the second eco round, that you know, there was no reason to move past that smoke. You can just wait to Clove to work on mid, maybe find some more picks while the enemies are rotating. You got an advantage, you got a ramp control, you got a kill, you got a bulldog. Let that guy work. You are not a playmaker. Pay more attention on your win conditions. You don't always have to win by fighting enemies. This is the reference to that post-pet round where, like, you know, there was no reason to pick up fight together with a Clove. On split, you really need to follow all of the general rules that are recommended in the ranked playbook. Like, you're never expecting enemies to go for a fast A main or B main peek. On split, you cannot do that if you don't have a flash stun or some kind of an ability for A main and B main. It's such a common play that you should also be doing on a defender side. So, you know, everything that you like to do, everything that we should do, everything that you see in the playbook as well, even the cheesy strategies and tactics, all of that shit you should also expect from the enemies as well, and be aware of it, be ready for it. Other than that, like, you know, your biggest enemy on the attacker side is you, essentially. Like, you need to focus more on playing with your allies, on better timings to move in, and, as you already mentioned, better executes. But there's no easy way to fix this. You just watch videos, replicate that stuff in a custom server, practice it, and then try to put as much repetition as possible in your ranked games. That's it. Like, enemies are not that good in this VOD. Like, basically, enemies in this VOD are, you know, for Ascendant lobby. Like, I don't know. You know, I've seen some better Ascendant players in my lifetime. Like, they were just swinging everything, peeking everything, out of position most of the time. Their defense was like shaky hands. We could have won. I mean, we could have got more than 4 rounds. You know, first round was horrible because of your execute. You lost it. Second round, if you resetted the round and you focus on a better team play, we could have won that round. Third round, if you followed your most aggressive teammates during the post-plant, we could have won it. Fourth round, we won it, but not because of you. And in that round, you also made a mistake to not play with your allies on tower, and you wasted an enormous amount of time in the events. Then, the fifth round, the B-set execute was horrendous, to be least to say, you know. Then, then the sixth round, once again, we ended up on B, but, you know, the postman could have been better. And the split that we did was okay. So, you see the point, like basically, we kind of lose the rounds because of these micro mistakes that you're making, and micro mistakes of your teammates, which you can easily compensate. It's not because enemies are good. You know, these enemies are not good. No, not good at all. Like, their angles that they were holding, common angle, nothing special. There's no strategies at all. And also their team composition is just mega bad for split. But okay, as already mentioned, like 4 rounds on the attacker side of split, you should be happy with it. And we can easily turn around this match and still win it. Bro, the problem when we jiggle peek and wide swing is it's so predictable. Enemy always shoot at jiggle and hold wide, then kill us easy. Okay. I don't understand, like. So what should you do then? Not peek? What type of a peek you wanna do depends what you think is gonna be unpredictable for that enemy, what's gonna be harder for that enemy to catch, and also like depends on the angle that you're peeking and how many enemies you're fighting. Not every fight is the same in Valorant. Would you ever create content with Lothar? Actually, yeah. You know, even though half of the community hates him, I really have nothing against that guy. You know, I disagree with him on a lot of points when it comes to how Valorant should be played and what he recommends, you know, as an analyst. But he's a, okay, you know, normal guy, like. More normal than half of the Valorant community, let's be honest, like. Imagine something like Pro City, but for EU players, that can never work. Even in North America, like that is... It's hard to maintain that shit, but in Europe it would literally never work. The only way for that to work is that some kind of a platform, like Faceit, actually like takes the control of like some bigger platform actually organizes stuff. It cannot be a streamer or a group of players. It needs to be, you know, a separate platform. And it needs to be more professional and just has some kind of an incentive to play. You need to make a ranked social skills guy because EU teammates take micromanaging personally. I'll give you one tip. Like, instead of giving commands, give suggestions. That can work on a mental level better. Hey Clove, don't you think that these smokes will be good for this round? Instead of, hey Clove, do the smokes here and here. You know? Let the guy think for himself. And if he says no, you tell him, yeah, these smokes are better, like, please do them there. Can we win a game if it is a team diff? You should try. You can, but you're probably gonna lose it. But you should, like, surrender is never an option. Because if you have a surrenders mentality in any competitive game or competitive environment, like, it's really bad for your mental. Like, you will be giving up way too easily and always blaming stuff left and right. Like, no matter if I'm losing 12-0, if I'm playing against a whole Fnatic squad, Liquid squad, I'm gonna play the whole match from beginning to the end. 4 of my teammates are toxic. They're trolling. Start to finish. As soon as I start surrendering in the games, I know that I should not be playing the ranked. Okay. Split defender side. Very simple. A side default side number 1 priority. B side number 2 priority, but you generally don't give a shit about A side and B side. What do I mean by that? You're never willing to die alone in the pistol round and in the full bar rounds while you're defending the site. You should try to abuse as many different gunfights as possible, as many different common and off angles as possible to take the fights with the enemies. And you're just safely scooting away and giving the side control to the enemies. On this map, you can literally play a 5v5 retakes every round without any problems. Every full bar round and pistol round as well. Only in eco and half bar rounds, you should play more like a kamikaze. You're willing to trade yourself for maybe 1 or 2 kills before the enemies take the bomb site control, obviously. What you value on this map more is the B tower and A tower control. So whenever enemies are splitting A, splitting B, focus on keeping this and this control as well. And sometimes it is okay to die trying to keep the A tower and B tower control. Because once you lose the B tower and A tower, the rounds become 10 times harder, and your teammates can make enormous amount of mistakes that you simply cannot compensate. Now, what is also important on this map is that in almost every single round, you should play semi-aggressively. Except the first round, essentially. So, in every round, we should have someone at least jump spotting the enemies in B main and A main. Like, we need to get the info if enemies are here or here before the round even begins. And of course, you know, on this map as a Jett, it would be really good if in the round number 4 or 5, you already pull out the operator and you start abusing the fast peaks in A main, mid, ramp, and B main to get some free kills, you know, like this essentially. You can do that with Vandal Phantom as well. Everything else is explained in the playbook. Now, when it comes to the first round you should always gamble on A and play on A. With a Jett, like, you really have like, no, I read YouTube chat, I read TikTok chat, and I read Twitch chat, but I'm doing a VOD review right now. So, with Jett, in the first round, you have like enormous amount of different options. Option number 1, you can literally get a Sheriff, go instantly for a dead zone peek here, then use a dash ability to maybe kill one more guy, or even without using a dash ability, go for a dead zone, kill one more guy, try killing one more guy, jiggle peek the motherfuckers in the main, then with the dash ability, we can try to kill one more guy and then slowly scoot away into the enemy smoke and reset yourself. For an example. You can also go with a ghost and smoke. You can play classic light shield and shorty strategy as well. Like, for example, dropping a shorty here, baiting the enemies with a classic pistol. Ba 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 bap. Enemies are coming. You ask for the smoke from your clove, and then through the smoke, we can just absolutely demolish the enemies, switch to the classic pistol, and reset ourselves. You can also go for some ghost shorty shenanigans. Like basically dropping a shorty here, dropping a shorty in the elbow, dropping a shorty here as well. And instead of starting with a classic, you start with a ghost. We can go for some fast dead zone peek with a ghost. Maybe try to kill one more enemy here, and then when the enemies are coming, bop bop, demolish them in the choke point, or demolish them at the backside, or demolish them at the elbow. Choice is really yours. You know what you want to do, but you should start on the A side. That's what truly matters. If you're playing classic shorty with a classic pistol, you cannot go for this type of a peek ever. Just, you know, if you're playing classic shorty, just, you know, you can start here to bait out the enemy's utility and destroy them, and maybe you can 2-tap one enemy and then switch to the shorty and bop bop. But this is way, I mean, whenever we have like close range weapons, eco weapons and stuff like that, this peak is just way too dangerous. Holy shit, man. I mean, you can do that. Also, when you're playing with a shorty here with a Jett, ask for the smoke. We need a smoke for the clove fast. Listen here. If you're playing with a classic, you know, this shorty strategy in the aim and area of the map, don't use your dash ability to fight the enemies. You need a dash ability to escape this position once you fight the enemies in the choke point. And once again, like before the round even starts, you should tell your clove brother or sister, I don't know, they, them. If enemies are going A, I really need this smoke right here. You know, like, it doesn't have to even be a cubby position smoke. You know, how we should like, how we should do it. Like just a normal smoke. at the end of the day. So we can fuck up the enemies around the smoke and that's it. It's a simple comm for a Ascendant player, let's be honest. Nice try. Now, in the second round of split, no matter what happens, in the first round, you always start on the B tower. Why? Whenever enemies are on attacker side are eco, half by, bonus, force by, something like that, you know, they have lower economy, chances are 80% that the first contact between your team and the enemy team is gonna happen somewhere here. And we need to defend the mid and B site. So in this second round, statistically, more times enemies are gonna go and do something here. So gambling on the A side makes absolutely no sense. If you lose the first round, what you can do, classic shorty again. Drop a shorty here, start with a classic pistol to bait the enemies, you know, and destroy their recon abilities. Take the shorty, activate the dash ability. When the enemies are close there, we can do this, switch to the classic pistol, jump up here, either escape or continue fighting the enemies. As long as you get 1 kill or 2 kills in this eco round, job done. Lose the first round and FF immediately, like, nah, classic Europe. In my rank, Diamond, and my team most of the time push the enemy when they are on save round, while we are on full buy. I heavily disagree with this because it feels like 9 out of 10 they will give a... It's a bad shit to do. You know, it's definitely a bad play to do in anti-eco rounds, but if your teammates want to do something that you disagree with, still follow them up. You don't have to, you know, if it is their plan and they want to do it regardless of what you do, just follow them up. Use them as a drone. Use them as a tool to get the kills. Refrag them and save them from themselves, essentially. Bro, you also say play on a second account, but would not it be smurfing? Like, if I'm Ascendant 1, I made a new account and my rank placement be silver or gold. I mean, if you're Ascendant player, and you make a new account, and your rank placement is gold, you're gonna get to Ascendant in less than 40 matches, or 50 matches. Like, as long as you're not intentionally staying in the same rank, or boosting someone, it's not smurfing. Like, literally, in which other way I can make a second, third, and fourth account? I cannot buy an Ascendant account. I mean, I can, but then I'm gonna get banned 100%. There's no other way until Riot figures out something. And playing on only one account is just stupid in my opinion, especially if you never got Radiant on that account. Brother, this smoke, like, you want to do this in a second round. Okay, I have nothing against it. Especially because enemy's team composition is dog shit for the attacker side as well. So the problem of your team comp is that you don't have any information. We don't have any tools to, you know, get the info on the flanks, lurks like Cypher, Killjoy, etc. But it's a pretty good comp for a defender side to fight the enemies aggressively, to take space, to, you know, punish the enemies. Enemy team comp, they are like, you know, close beta team composition, essentially. The only danger is the Sova drone and arrow, which we can easily destroy and just dodge, like, you know. Basically, like, same as on the attacker side, you need to tell the Clove, like, what type of smokes do we need. Like, controllers hold such a huge value for you and your team. Like, this smoke here, you do when you want to control the whole aim and area of the map with your teammates. You don't do this smoke like when I'm playing an eco round with a Bucky and I'm camping in this corner. Listen, you hear the enemies pushing you. Your instant automatic thought process should be, I'm a Jett player, I need to activate the dash ability. Second mistake. With a shotgun, behave towards the shotgun like a sheriff. Like before you take a shot, track the enemy's movement and be 1,000,000% certain that this one shot will kill this Jett. This is 0 to 7 meters away. With a Bucky, if you place your crosshair properly onto this motherfucker, he can die only from one left click. Take your time before you shoot. He dashes away. Your dash ability should be ready at this moment of time, and we can literally follow him with a dash and try to, you know, be a bit more mobile target and to trade ourselves for at least one kill. Also, when you're holding this angle with the shotguns, you don't want to hold this far back. You know, you want to hold it diagonally, like this with the silent step mechanic. Going in and out, in and out, in and out. Or if you want to be static, crouching here and doing this. Like this, you can maybe kill an enemy with this crosshair placement. But holding like this, fully tucked in, good luck. Somewhere here around the shadow, like in and out, dash ability ready. Bam, Jett is dead. Bam, Brimstone is dead. Dash diagonally towards the site. And that's it. Does crouching really help? Yeah, it lowers the bullet spread of a weapon, like. It can make a difference, especially with a shorty. Shorty is, you know, and Judge as well. With Bucky, you know, why not? Okay, how you position in like third round depends what enemies did in the first two rounds, and on the enemy's economy as well. If enemies are playing some kind of a bonus round, hull by round, eco round, whatever, start around the mid, around the vents and around the B tower. Also, like for 2 rounds in a row, enemies push the A site, and we can use the rule of 3 executes as well to read the enemies. So right now, we should be starting with our Sage, somewhere on mid. And in this round, once again, you don't need to aggress the enemies. You know, like, you don't need to go for... Whenever enemies are eco or hull by on a attacker side, you don't have to aggress them. You don't have to go for a dead zone peaks and jiggle peaks in A-man, B-man, ramp. Like, you can play a bit more passively, of course, and not showcase to enemies that you like doing that every single round. Don't become too repetitive. Now, when it comes to economy management here, like, since you bought a Bucky in that second round, you are playing split. You know, this map is mega claustrophobic, and if you already have 3,550 credits to invest in this round, instead of buying a Vandal with a light shield, get a Judge with a heavy shield and utility and a Sheriff. Okay, we don't have money for a Sheriff, but Judge and heavy shield. Like, you're playing Jett, no matter, like, there's maybe like 5% of scenarios that you cannot play on split with a Jett when you have a Judge and heavy shield. And especially against the eco hull by bonus enemies, you will get the close range fights. So this round you should be starting somewhere around the vents and playing fast rotations between A site and B site. It's okay that you're playing this passively, like for this round it's fine. When you're holding these tight angles, hold them as tight as your reaction time allows you. Like, you want to be able to get a kill at least 3 out of 10 times. Good dash away. Now we can fight with the Sage. Okay, I mean, there was no other way refragging that Sage. That was nice. But after that kill, your job is over. You cannot fight anymore. And we don't know how many enemies are here. A-man is smoked. Vela is there. Wait for your teammates. You have 2 healing characters, Sage and Sky. I didn't see a single healing ability in 14 rounds. Reset yourself. Relax a bit. No one is forcing you to do anything anymore. Even getting this kill on the Jett and this refrag was a bit miraculous, to be honest. Considering how many enemies can be inside of, you know, this area of the map right here, like basically on the ramp. Clove is there, you know, wait for the Clove to be ready to swing with you, and then we swing together. I can respect it. But also, this round would have played in the absolutely same way, even if he had a judge with a heavy shield. He would have rotated from the vents all the way onto the tower, hold this angle, you know, right here, and just bop, 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 kill the enemies. With a Sage.
That's him B.
No, I love like medium elo players, man. Nah. His whole team is committing towards the A, fighting, pushing. Like he is already on the B side planting the spike.
Spike planted.
We fight together, we live together, we die together. That's the whole concept of this ending now. Also, if enemies are in some kind of a disadvantage during a post plant, expect them to be aggressive. So this Brimstone is probably in the CT already. If he is not in that smoke, I'm gonna eat my cock right now on stream. Thanks God, I don't need to eat the cock, bro. Okay. Generally speaking, on split, if you need to gamble with your positioning, like you have no idea where the enemies are gonna go next or something like that, start in vents and just play fast rotations. Play fast rotations between A side and B side. If you're already playing Jett. Anyways, you have a Sage wall on mid, so, you know, we can do that. The problem is, like, in this round, I have literally no idea where the enemies are gonna go. And what are they gonna do. Also, another option in this round is fight with your Valet from the A tower. But playing directly on the A side, I don't know about that, Chief. And this passively as well. Like, if your teammates love to play and want to play a bit more aggressively in this area of the map, you want to play with this mother cooker. If you were the Brim, what would you do? The absolutely same play. There was nothing else to do, man. He had to, I mean, it's 1 versus 4. You know what I would do if I was a Brimstone? I would play with my teammates on the ramp and fight on A side. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would not be in a 1v4. I would either lose the round on tower or win the round on tower with my teammates by refragging them. Oh, before we start with this round, I need to replenish something. Refill time! Oh yeah, baby! Oh yeah, baby! My sweet, sweet baby! Oh yeah! My GF refilling me with a nicotine shit, bro. I need to stop chewing this, man. At least I'm gonna get a really good jawline, you know? But at least I'm not smoking anymore. Let's be honest. I was out of gums. Oh, there's a minimap on the screen. You stream every day. Not until 16th of December. Like, basically, I have a small break from next Wednesday to Monday. And from 16th of December, I'll be streaming every day. Regularly. Like, what is the problem of this round is that if Waylay dies, the round becomes 10 times harder for us. You know? Like, not only that we need to fight for A site, we also need to fight for the tower and ramp later and stuff like that. I mean, anyways, when you know, if you think enemies are gonna go A, and we double down with our teammates on ramp, but you will never make a mistake. Even if enemies dodge you, okay, we can go for some double fight in main, maybe kill enemies in main, and then we'll lock down the enemies only on the A site. But if Vayley dies, I mean, we need to pull this round out of our ass, to be honest. This position here, it's okay. You know, like basically in the previous round, did we see like Sova using any ability anywhere? No. Okay, you can play this one and done off angles with a Jett, surprise the enemies with a dash ability. As long as he escapes with a smoke and dash, this is okay. Why don't you coach pros or try esports? I'm bored from that shit. Literally. Like, I've been in esports since I was 16 years old. I played 6 different games on either like semi-professional or tier 3 and tier 2 level. Like, when the Valorant came out, like, the last thing I wanted to do is have any contact with esports. Like, that was the last thing on my list. Coaching was also, you know, somewhere low, but it's okay, you know, like, it is enjoyable coaching people in ranked and individual players. But also, coaching pro players and esports teams, the most boring job ever. Like, I think I would unalive myself if I had to do that for more than a year. I would rather work in McDonald's, but I'm not even joking. I value my happiness over my mental health. Over money, sorry. Ooh, is that Jett above us? Yo, Kirata-sama. Thank you, man. I think, you know, the problem when you play this one and done angle is you cannot be stuck for such a long period of time and just let the enemies overrun you. Like, timing is everything on a position like this. Basically, when you saw this arrow flying... Oh my lord. Sorry. I'm gonna forget about this. Okay, so this is what happened. Sorry. That's gonna happen a lot of times now. I need to get used to it. So this is what happened. So basically, you know, if you play in a position like this, you need to, alone, you know, without any double bait setup or teammates baiting for you, you need to make a move much faster before multiple enemies start scouting you on the site. Like, already, when you heard the Jett dash, that was the moment of time for you to peek. When that Jett dashed above you and try to like get the kills in the main area of the map. Because what if that Jett just looks down and clears the angle below you? I mean, you down there. You're dead. Like, you cannot just fully commit forward like this. Yeah. Okay, well, I can respect this. What's your tip for not tilting? But you need to get to the root of your problem. That's my tip. Like, why do you tilt? What makes you angry? That's the first question that we need to answer. Okay, I see this dead zone peak. By the way, when you're going for this peak, I would advise you to like don't have any utility from your teammates. If you're already peeking with the operator, you're just gonna make enemies a bit more aware that you're peeking with the op, and they might just stay fully hidden, and nothing is gonna happen.
You want me to flash them or get info?
I'll flash.
Oh, this can be so bad, man. This guy can demolish us. For this type of a peek, don't waste your dash ability. Like, the only time when you're gonna die with this peek, when you're doing this peek, is if enemies have the op on a defender's side. Once you master the timing and proper technique to go for this death zone. Wasting a dash ability for this is just stupid. Like, even in Radiant, I don't get punished for this shit. The only time I get punished is like, you know, enemies start reading me and Horkus picks up the operator and holds me with the operator, basically. Like, then you should not go for a peek at all if you think that enemies might have the op to do that. I'm too competitive, I guess. I hate losing to the point of anger when people do stupid shit. Aha! When people do stupid shit. That's actually the problem. It's not that you're competitive. But why do you care about other people? He's just random teammates that you cannot like, you can never be angry about something that you cannot control. The tree falls on your car. Are you angry at the tree, bro? Can you control that shit? No, you're gonna be sad a bit, but we're gonna fix that problem. It doesn't matter, you know. Also, why don't you have a garage? Why didn't you earn enough money to have a garage? Like, why are you parking the car there? you're the problem, actually. You know? Like, if your teammates, for example, your teammates make some kind of a mistake, some kind of a stupid shit, the first thing you should ask yourself is like, could have I compensated that mistake? Because that's the whole point of ranked solo queue. You're trying to counter the enemies while babysitting your allies. And that is how you play every competitive video game. You behave towards your teammates and enemies like 9 random bots. When I say bots, I don't mean they're bad. I mean that they are AI. You know, I don't behave towards these people. These are not humans to me. Not a single one of these guys when I play any video game. I just got in a game with 9 random machines and I'm trying to beat the system. Somehow. No emotional connections, no nothing. I'm only angry if I make some kind of a stupid shit. Good rotation. It's a bit... first of all, you see, like, this is the problem. Like, this flash that we did probably made the enemies hide, and that's why you didn't see them. If you're going for this peek with the operator, full fucking confidence, crouch, fast crouch peek, knife out, reset. Like, it's just stupid. Giving the enemies early info that we might be peeking this and they hide away. Using some flash, paranoia, smoke or something like that. So just, bam, pre-fire, second angle. Bam, take a kill, another angle. Bam, take a kill, another angle. Now we can use the dash ability maybe to take this type of a kill. Also, I mean, you didn't peek anything here, like literally you just see that position. It should be a bit wider. That's the ideal mindset, but we all tilt because of teammates. I don't. Or at least very, very rarely. I tilt more about the enemies, to be honest. Like, when enemies hit me with some kind of a... I tilt more because of RNG shit in this video game. Because there are so many things that you cannot control in Valorant. It makes me angry. Because I played this video game for like 6 years and I'm starting to be less resilient to the bullshit that happens in this game.
They're on B.
Listen, you don't need to do anything right now. So, when you're playing retakes with your teammates, especially these fast retakes, wait a bit. You know, especially if you have the op. Right now, we can play a perfect 2-2 retake setup. Wait for the melee, hold the ropes, you know, hold the smoke so that nobody comes out here. And then we fight. We don't have a dash ability, we only have the op. We need to chill a bit.
Spike planted.
This was pretty dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. Like, in this type of a scenario, you should always let your melee play first. I have the operator. I cannot swing out first, and I need to get some information. Like, you need to play a bit more of this baiting game in ranked solo queue if you want to be the one controlling the outcome of your rounds. Especially here, for a player with op, it doesn't make sense for you to peek first. Melee has a reflect ability, hinder, dash. Reset, wait a bit. Relax. We have 40 seconds to defuse a spike. Unless someone is holding you, you know, the gun at your head and basically like, you know, forcing you to make a play like this. So what he did is he dropped down with the op. Like, this was mega dangerous.
No, my fucking wall.
Okay, now listen. When you end up against, like, what can also tell you where are the potential enemies is who you're playing against. Like, when there is a sentinel in equation and you don't really know where is that sentinel, chamber, veto, cypher, killjoy, stuff like that, Vice, check your back occasionally. You know, if your teammates are focusing forward, like they're looking like this, you should check your anal cavity so that this booty is protected. And your booty as well. Because of this. I didn't even hear that guy. I mean, did we hear the footstep? No, we didn't. So, like, it was a perfect timing. So basically, like, you know, observe when you're going for the retakes and when you're playing the post plans, like, who are you playing against as well? Because players follow some very strict mindsets that they have developed over the years on specific agents, such as lurking like idiots every round with an agent such as Chamber, which is absolutely retarded. So, you know, if your teammates are already focused in front, activate the dash ability while you're scaling up, you're checking the back, your teammates are checking the front, and that's it.
Heaven.
Oh no!
Heaven.
Shorty!
Someone on wall.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir, skip. That's my player. That was scary, man. That was scary, I'm not gonna lie. Peeking aggressively in the aim and area of the map. Yes, sir. Let's see how this is gonna go. Not bad. Listen, when you peek this angle, if you don't see anyone, reset yourself immediately. Instantly. Because you don't have... You know, the aim and area of the map got changed a few years ago. 1 or 2, I don't remember anymore. Enemies can just swing like this as well and completely avoid you. So if you don't see anyone here, when you go for this peek, instantly take this angle or this angle as your secondary position. Take a kill, dash ability, take another kill, maybe take another kill. I mean, you can follow all of the repositioning rules from the ranked playbook, and that's it. It's too risky committing to that angle because if you didn't see the enemies on the left side, they might come close and do some kind of a, you know, maybe enemies start slow like this, you know, they shift and you miss them. They crouch, uncrouch, you know, drop down safely here and then BAM! They do the same shit that you did on the attacker side, like swing this angle without any utility or jumps to mechanic. We got robbed. Robin Hood? Robin Hood Valorant. Just a second. I wanna see this. How is that not a shot? So it was okay pick. You have a, you know, operator. Okay. Okay. I already explained this scenario at the start of the split. If enemies are pressuring your teammates on A tower or B tower, updraft immediately, go there. As long as you keep the ramp control, the A tower control, the mid control, the B tower control, you can play retakes on A side and B side 24/7. And as long as you have numbers advantage, numbers are equal, economy is equal, or you have the economy advantage. The only time when I would maybe stay on A side here is if I'm playing some eco round with a shotguns, sheriff, or something like that, and I need to pull out a kill out of my anal cavity. Otherwise, no reason.
There's one mid.
This is a very interesting smoke that allows the enemies to get into this corner and then peek us. Never seen it in my life. Fuck, bro. Fuck, I need to get used to this zoom now. Sorry. So the clove smoke is interesting. When I say interesting, like Clove doesn't know what the fuck she's smoking, basically.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Chat, look at the minimap. Is Chamber a Houdini, bro?
Attack me, man.
There's one mid. There's one mid.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
How is Chamber there, bro?
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
What the fuck? The Sky was... He TP'd the wall when Sky was 7, but Sky should have given us that information. She would have heard that. She would have reacted a bit faster. Alright, okay, actually, it's ranked solo kill Ascendant, like... I'm expecting too much from these players, so you're right.
He's gonna go B. He's gonna
You ahead!
You have spike.
just play safe.
Okay, just stick to Melee and play together. Also, you wanna trade your operator for a gun, so that you don't rely only on one bullet to kill this motherfucker. In this 2v1, isolate the angle smart, reduce the amount of angles from which Chamber can surprise you. That's it. Spike is on mid. We don't care about the spike. Only thing that we care about is playing with our Melee.
No, Spike was mid.
Stick to her booty. This is also mega dangerous what they're doing right now.
Spike planted.
Okay, now we can play.
Playing close.
Now in this 2v1, same as the previous, like, 4v1, this chamber is probably gonna be either CT or tower. Yeah, Melee picked the operator for this retake. So while the Melee was clearing these frontal angles, you should still play close to her, but you need to check your booty, you know, if Vela is holding this, you do this. Then when Vela is peeking this, you're holding this. And you're still ready to do a fast flick and refrag that mother effer. And then, when we reach here, like, we can just clear the angles with the Waylay and go out. The fuck he played there?
Speaking, picking.
We fight together, we live together, we die together, we win together, and it's okay. It's fine.
나중에.
Get out of my way.
In this round, you should have used your... you never used your ultimate this whole match. When are we gonna use it? As soon as you build up your ultimate, you should use it as your main weapon. And that's it. Especially because on a defender side of split, you really wanna abuse the operator a lot as a Jett player. Right now, heavy shield ultimate and maybe a Bucky, Shorty, Stinger, Sheriff, whatever you prefer. And that's it.
나중에.
When holding these tight angles, yeah, ADS always. I think this is way too tight for your reaction time. Like, you should be able to get a kill here 3 out of 10 times. I mean, even if I hold this angle in my prime time, I'm not gonna get a kill 3 out of 10 times on this angle.
Okay.
Ooh! It was okay. Good idea, just a very, very slow reaction. But keep in mind that as long as you make good decisions, as long as you follow the good plays, timings don't matter. Timings are gonna come with time and practice and repetition. Like you over the time you'll think a bit fast. Okay, Jett dash into the smoke. You will, on an autopilot mode, pull out the shorty. Very good. And with the shotguns, you just need to slow down a bit more. You really need to behave towards these weapons like it's a one-tap, it's a sheriff for a close range. You're rushing your shots way too much. Your crosshair is not even onto the enemy, so you take a shot. We live to fight another day. Yes, sir?
I don't have you.
Already.
I think Sage can heal you, but... Sage, can you heal me?
Die and I raise you.
Sage, can you heal me? Can we communicate? Also, you're so... You need to speak loudly. Like I can hear? Okay, then go to the sky to kill you, it doesn't matter. But you need to give the comms a bit more like... Be more loud. I'm doing a VOD review and I cannot understand you. I cannot hear you. Imagine the bullets flying. Your teammates are tunnel vision, hyper focused on angles, on fighting the enemies. I don't know. Upgrade the microphone. I mean, when I say upgrade, like boost it all the way up. If you're already speaking in this neutral way.
Already.
Like it was so hard for me to understand every single comm that you gave during this match. Mega hard. Imagine how your teammates feel. They are, you know, they don't understand. They don't comprehend. You know, they don't recognize you as a player in this match. Listen, here, you know, during this proxy retake or whatever, like, what my decision would have been here is to simply play with the Clove. So Sage would have died in one way or another. So it's okay, you know, that she died. Like, Waylay should have played with the Sage, you play with the Clove, and we go for a 2-2 retake, while our Skye is apparently rubbing her clitoris in the mid area of the map, and I don't know what push she's waiting for, like, you know, dildo delivery or whatever, like.
Already.
Are they in?
What the fuck? There's two end screens fighting me.
Still screams. Can you smoke that? Can you smoke it?
We need more space for this retake.
I'm dogging this.
Listen, if you're dropping like this into an unknown territory, like basically enemies can be left, right, above, below, you use your smokes to go down. Like, right now, I have no idea where are the enemies. They can be aim in, they can be in the CT, they can be elbow, sight. You need a smoke on yourself. When you have numbers advantage, you don't have to do this shit. Like, there is a moment in time to use a shorty, such as for that fight against the Jett in the smoke. But here, if you already have no idea where are the enemies in the smoke, they're already cock blocked in the CT. Focus on taking the site. Spike is anyways not planted for the tower. It is planted for, behind the screens apparently. Relax. You don't need to go for a suicide solo play. Play with your teammates. Clear the elbow, clear the site from the right side, like this, with a Valet. And then focus on the enemies that are tower and CT. In this example, only if the spike is planted for the tower, I would have went for a play like this. Good bullet drop. I mean, if the spike is planted here, like, clear the side, clear the elbow, defuse the spike, and round is over. Okay, we can do this. Oh, actually, we cannot do this. Like, if Chamber has the ultimate, abort the mission. Like, don't do it. Just don't do it.
Let's play.
The only reason why am I not giving you any shit for this rotation is because the Valet is holding this cross for you. If Valet was not holding this, you need to place your crosshair for your anal cavity. Anyways, you're playing Jett, and even if you rotate with a knife out, like this, one enemy peeks me, or just you have a lot of options, to reset yourself and not be sent to the grave. And yeah, Split is a fast rotation map. Like, you can just play on the first contact between your team and enemy team and make some kind of a move. Prioritize team play over the map control. Fuck it. Especially when you notice that enemies are primarily doing some 4-man or 5-man executes. You'll have to remind me about the zoom quite a lot of times. What I also need to make is zoom for Valorant, but I don't know how that is gonna work. Like, maybe I can make some kind of a zoom that just literally zooms the map. Nah, no reason for that. Like, I think that's fine. Minimap is important because there were so many times where I was drawing on the minimap, and it's really hard to tell, like, what I was referring to.
Could be up A.
Yeah, it could be heaven.
Up mid.
Heaven.
Could be up A.
Yeah, it could be heaven.
Up mid.
You lose information in an area of the map for more than 3 seconds. You behave like the enemies can be there and will be there. So what does that mean? We need to clear every angle, one at a time, or jump spot the enemies and then swing out. 3 seconds maximum. Or minimum.
Could be up
Minimum, max?
Yeah, it could be heaven.
Up
3
mid.
seconds.
Heaven.
You saw on the minimap, no one was mid and B tower for more than 15 seconds. You behave like enemies can be. Here, they can be.
Could be up A.
Here, they can
Yeah,
be.
it could be heaven.
Here, and they can also be here.
Or easy.
Okay.
Holy shit. Y'all are broke.
It's okay how you play this. Totally fine. Like basically, whenever you have this type of a crossfire in from the A main and the ramp, the guy from the A main should always be the first contact. Especially if you have when you have this type of a setup and this type of a smoke. So solid timing to go for a peek. The peek was not the best though, but it was okay. Good repositioning as well. A bit too risky for a 5v2, but you have a dash ability, so even if so good repositioning here because of the Sova arrow. It's a bit risky, but he has a dash ability, so whatever happens here, he can just get away. Okay. This is why you never give up, you know? Never. Never. A serial killer. Listen, this should never happen to you on a defender side of split unless you're playing some kind of a fucked up double bait, crossfire, triple bait setup or something like that. You should never lose an opportunity to potentially kill some enemies in this main area of the map before they start and execute. You want to make them waste some utility for this. Maybe get a kill here. Something. So, at the very least, you should be trying to kill the enemies from here, then with the dash ability, another kill, and then reposition on some other, you know, third, fourth, off angle, common angle, towards your teammates, whatever you want to do. But instantly getting stuck in this position, alone, in a 5v5 round, full buy round, I don't know. What you also could have done is just updraft into the enemy smoke onto the tower and instantly focus on playing with your Valet onto the ramp. Here the Jett is gonna dash in, Sova is gonna use a drone, Sova is gonna use the arrow, Reyna is gonna use a flash. The problem is, like, you know, what was a problem in ranked solo queue? Every single pistol round and the full buy round, where you just kill one enemy and you immediately die, your solo carry impact is neutral. It's zero. You did nothing. And even worse, at that moment, from that moment on, you're just a spectator, and you cannot be angry, no matter what type of shit your teammates do. If you take 2 kills and die, it's okay. But once again, you cannot be angry if your teammates don't win the round for you.
Up, Evan.
Thanks God, like, this Sova is playing Sova in the same way that I play him. Full on Robin Hood, no line, nothing.
Oh, up, ramp.
Thanks God, the enemy Sova is doo-doo. Diddy mega doo-doo. Whenever you get stuck behind the screens, get the fuck away from here. You have 2 smokes. Smoke right, reposition. Also, what you can do, like, you can maybe fake your repositioning and then go for a peek again if you feel extra ballsy that day. I do this and then bam, for an example. Instead of instantly going for a peek and doing this. Play with the enemies, you know?
No!
Play with the enemy's mind. And as I mentioned, you know, you take 2 kills and you die, you cannot be angry that your team has lost the round. Whenever you're a spectator during a round, like, it is what it is. You could have stayed alive if you position yourself better. You could have gotten a kill, reset yourself, play with your allies, like, quite easily. It's split, it's, you know, it's very easy on this map to abuse the team play. Okay, we can do
I'm
this
flashing
again.
deep just for info.
Yes, sir. Maybe you didn't have to use the updraft, but I respect it.
Up heaven.
Listen, whenever you end up alone in this area of the map, like, I actually need to illustrate this, like, just can I get out? So you end up alone in this area of the map right here. Reposition towards the CT and be ready for a retake on 8 tower. Like, basically, without the, you know, when you end up alone on the A site in a full buy round, especially with the operator, I mean, you can win that round. Bro, what's happening with my browser? Like, am I dying? Like, you can maybe win this round. You can maybe get some crazy kills, but if you end up alone here, just use a smoke to cross into the CT, reset yourself, take the tower control, and then fight enemies on ramp and site with your allies. Didi Mega Dudu. Especially because your teammates will probably be dying in the CT and on the tower anyways.
I'm behind the...
Yo, Padawan, thank you, man. Mateus, my man, plus 33, huh? Now, 3v2 situation. The worst thing that we can do right now is play 1 versus 1, 1 versus 2. We cannot reconnect with a Sage. Sage is a lonely rider. Let her flank, let her lurk. There's a chamber trip there. Connect with the Sky. Fight with the Sky on the 8 tower, and if the enemies go B, we play a 3v2 retake with a Sage on the flank. Simplify these situations, like. The more power you give to your teammates, actually, the more chances you give to your teammates to make some kind of a mistake, to take some crazy 1v1 or 1v2. Well, you cannot complain if you lose that round.
Doing B?
Might be.
No, Trip's still active. We're close.
That is a game knowledge of an Ascendant 2. Frankfurt Jett. Frankfurt Sage main. Trip is still active in 2025.
That ship doesn't have a range anymore, I think.
No way.
I have a.
I'm gonna go B.
I'm telling you, like literally all the way up to Immortal 3. You need to play in the way that I'm teaching players to play. Like there's just no other way to rank up faster or in a more efficient way, unless you're just mechanical demon and you can just one tap your way to Radiant.
I'm watching our spawn.
Planning.
Planting B.
Once again, we should trade this operator for a Vandal or Phantom.
He's going.
If we played with the Sky, we would have killed the chamber right now, and we would be 3v1. Wow.
One Michael mine.
So I can be somewhere super close. We need to clear every angle one at a time.
So with CT and Chambers Heaven.
Oh my.
Oh, never mind.
Come on.
That was such a stupid play that worked, bro. Like, once again, you won the round because just enemies are mentally disturbed. Like, for example, here. Like, you know that chamber is around the B tower. Like, it doesn't make sense for the chamber to rotate all the way into the B main. Considering where the spike is planted. Like, I mean, you heard the spike planted for CT. So, you know, like, what I would have expected here in this 2v1 is that Sova is going to play from main, and they're going to create a crossfire setup here to kill me in this position. So, what I thought that you will do is just, you know, kill this guy, activate the dash ability, use a smoke, fake running, and then just be done with that idiot and defuse the spike. But the chamber went full on troll mode. How many times harder would it be getting to Radiant on EU than getting Radiant on OC? The hardest region to get Radiant, in my opinion, is Europe. Europe has the most amount of players in Valorant. The rank rating threshold is the highest, so the MMR and rank rating of the accounts are absolutely fucked. Because there's so many accounts with... like, basically, I have 12 Radiant accounts on which I can have, like, a 40% win rate and get Radiant. If I play 200 matches on those accounts. Then, like, ethnicity, I mean, nationality and the language barrier is really, like, it's not working in our favor in any way. And, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Is this pre-recorded? Nope. Hi, Immortal 3 in EU is... No. Radiant in EU is Radiant in North America. Just, it's easier getting Radiant in North America. Not because the EU players are more skilled than NA. No, not at all. Like, literally, as a matter of fact, like, when I was playing in NA, on a high ping, it's equal. It's same shitty players everywhere, like, you know, the skill is the same, but rather like the toxicity of Europe and the sweaty players, the smurfs, the cheaters, the boosters, the boosted accounts, the 550 rank rating threshold, it just makes it so unenjoyable. Language barrier, French people being toxic towards Turkish people, Turkish towards Netherlands towards this one, that one, like Germans full on Yavol mode, like, I don't know. People have a lot of mental problems in Europe.
And mid
Get out of my way.
might be splitting.
Like when I watch, like, for example, I don't know, any Radiant streamer playing in North America, the games look at least 50 times more enjoyable than any of the Radiant games that I play in Europe.
What the fuck?
Oops.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Okay, I think this is the end of the VOD review. Apparently, like, we just demolished the enemies in this last round. Not really.
What the fuck?
Oops.
What is gonna persuade you to move away from this position? How many enemies do you need to see on minimap fighting your teammates? And how many enemies need to be dead before you start prioritizing team play over the map control? You know? You see enemies pushing mid. Rotate. It's a fast rotation map. Get the numbers advantage, and even if the enemies end up on A site, you're just gonna play a retake 5 versus 1. 5 versus 2. Today someone made an account of your name and DM me on Discord. Listen, chat, like, I will never, ever... Actually, for the last 6 years, I have never added anyone on Discord privately. I have never sent anyone a private message in my life first. So, if someone is messaging you, it's not me. Ever. Like, if you're a sponsor, then maybe I'm gonna contact you, but only through email. But even then, like, there's only one email that I use. So, like, I just don't do that stuff. Because, anyways, you know, every day I answer on 200 messages on Discord. I don't have time to engage in a random small talks on Discord. We can talk on streams, you know, but through private messages, probably not. Okay, Spike is in there. Your whole team is here. Just move. Just move. Play with your teammates. Okay, so he ended up once again in a
There's
There's water.
1v2. What do we do in this situation? Connect with the clove, and no matter where the enemy chamber ends up, you're gonna play 2 versus 1. And you're gonna win this round. The worst thing that can happen right now is clove gets a 1v1, you get a 1v1, and we just lose this round. So what you did here was mega risky. And once again, you won the round. Not because you did something good. It's because this chamber is utter dog shit when it comes to clearing the angles and checking the positions. And that's it. Essentially, like, you don't wanna rely on ranking up in Valorant based on enemies being dog shit. You know, that's not really a good strategy. Defender side. So you need to implement the most important rules from the Jett ranked playbook on defense as well. You need to rotate a bit faster on these fast rotation maps and prioritize team play. You need to abuse more common and off angles while you're fighting enemies on the bomb site, instead of using only 1 or 2 angles to fight them. On split, prioritize A tower and B tower control over the bomb sites. Are you Russian? Nope. Now, especially if your teammates are about to fight enemies there. Next, abuse a variety. That's a hard word too. Variety of weapons. But it is really good that you're confident on op on this map. Practice the initial dead zone peaks in a custom server. They need to be a bit better. Then, value. Pay more attention on your teammates' positioning and make your decisions based on that information as well. This is the last point is especially important during your retakes. So yeah, that's kind of it. June, like, you know, there's literally nothing else that I can add when it comes to your VOD review. Anyways, like, you know, we're gonna continue our talks through private messages, and we're doing the clip reviews and all of the other stuff. But I really need you to grind a bit more. Like, we need to play more games. Do the aim training, the warm-up. Just the warm-up is enough every day. Spend some time in a custom server with a playbook as well, like, to practice these executes, these timings, and this level of positioning. And everything else will come through good repetition and through good training and practice and mindset. Other than that, it's time for the outro. Thank you for watching this video. And roll the closer. There's gonna be a closer on the YouTube video on the main channel, but not right now. Yeah. Okay.